Hey everybody, welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for everyone, anyone who is drawn to listen to it. Remember, this is not a question and answer session, but this will answer your questions. Just hang out, chat with us, and enjoy the reading. If you want deeper zodiac sign specific readings, go check out my main channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, over here on YouTube. I can't wait to have you guys see. No. I can't wait to have you guys see the videos I just uploaded: Aquarius, Pisces, and Capricorn. Really exciting stuff. So that's all. We're gonna start. We're gonna see who gets in the line. We're gonna see who gets in the chat. And we're gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to the wheel, the zodiac wheel, the charts today. There is still a lot of contention here. Hey guys, welcome. Hey everybody. Hello. How are you, everybody? Hi to all of you. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to take some time to briefly say thank you, God above, for the justice for Johnny Depp that has been served today. I have followed that case for weeks. Right from the beginning, I have listened to all of that testimony, and what the jurors found today was that Johnny Depp was absolutely correct. She did defame him. And all three counts. I think she won on one of her counts, but that's because it was like a paragraph long and there was so much shit in there the jurors couldn't prove either. You know, the jurors couldn't say that certain things hadn't been done. So I would not have found that. Of course, you know what I feel, but that question pertained to her and her friends. Did her friends basically conspire together to create this hoax? And the jury would have legitimately had to, deliberate till next week to go through all of that deposition testimony and see that it did not add up and their stories did not corroborate and that they were lying for her. But they just couldn't do that. And ultimately, I don't think that they had to do that. Did he have a right to say they all conspired? All the things that they found not in her favor on her complaints was directly between her and Johnny Depp. When it came down to her friends, I think that the jury was like, listen, you can't say that those people were lying too. It's wrong for you to assume until you've proven it that all of her friends were lying. Maybe they just believed her. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they found that was malicious just because her friends were included on that claim. But everything else, no. And it was so obvious that they believed Johnny Depp that straight down the line, yes, she defamed him. Yes, she knew it wasn't true. Yes, it was out of malice for every single one of them. They gave him $15 million total. He won't get all of that. I think he'll get just over 10 million if he gets anything. He didn't really care about the money. He cared about his story getting out there. And one thing that her team came back with, and her team claimed, this was a loss for all women. No, you are a loss for all women. You have made all women, and especially women who have the hard fight of proving real domestic violence, you have made them all look bad, and you have made their struggle even harder because you dressed up in their skin so you could continue to abuse your husband. You legitimately used real domestic violence victims as your fist to continue to publicly beat on your husband. You are disgusting. That is you that is pushing them back, domestic violence victims back. That's you, not Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is a domestic violence victim who stood up for himself, and he won. And that is a huge step ahead for victims of real domestic violence that have a hard time defending themselves, that have a hard time speaking up, that would rather not say anything because they're scared and they're beaten down and they're traumatized and they'd rather not talk about it. He encouraged his behavior, encouraged people to speak up and get medical attention and make sure that you go to a hospital and they'll help you, and you call the police and they'll help you. I think that he was his example was a great example to stand up against somebody who is just a gaslighting bully, which most abusers are, let's face it. So ultimately, this is definitely justice for Johnny. God bless. Hallelujah. I am so happy for him. And I'm not like, I'm a Johnny Depp fan, but I'm not an Uber fan. Like, his fucking picture wasn't hanging up in my locker in school. I don't know. I don't know who he's dating or everything he does. I don't care about that level. I've just always respected him as an actor. I love his performances. If Johnny Depp is in a movie, at least his performance is going to be compelling. The rest of the movie could be shit, but he's going to be interesting to watch. And I've always loved him for that reason. But what I really loved was that he just, came out of his shell enough to do something that was very difficult for him to do. I think he is introverted. He likes to hide. He likes to hide with drugs. He likes to actually hide. He likes to hide with music. He loses himself. He hides behind his characters. So for him to be extroverted about this, that is huge. It's a huge act of courage. And so I think we needed to pay attention to that. I always knew this had direct impact with other social issues going around. A lot of people have misused the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement was a movement of empowerment to empower people to speak up and have a voice and realize that they're not alone. Because when you're a victim of rape or domestic violence or any kind of violence, you feel isolated, you feel cut off, you feel like nobody's going to listen to you. So to have that hand, even through Twitter, reach out to you and say, this has happened to me too, you're not alone here. This was a beautiful movement that has been subsequently really manipulated and misused by the media to be the fist that attacks people that they want to aim at for some reason. And it is so disgusting to use a movement of empowerment to be abusive. It is so horrible, because then you also abuse and degrade the movement. And that's what's happening. And that's what happened. And so I'm so glad that he stood up. I'm so glad that he saw this through. I'm so glad that he put, those fucking lawyers. Are you kidding me? Like, those lawyers were cheap. His $15 million went on his legal fees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, definitely. But he did it, and he really fought the good fight. And I'm so, so happy it turned out the way that it did. I just want Amber Heard to go away. She's not going to go away. She's going to yell louder, because that's who she is. She's just going to keep harping and bitching and never going to go away until we just ignore her and make her realize we don't care about anything you have to say at this point. You are a lying whore bag. Like, that's what you are. I mean, my opinion. I don't know her personally, but as she so eloquently puts it, you have a right to express your opinion. And I think that she is a horrible human being. Yeah. That's anyway. I'm happy to catch you guys live too. So yeah, this was about, but if you look at the astrology, this was really about something bigger. This was about people these are about the wolves in sheep's clothing who are now being exposed for the wolves that they are. And that is Amber Heard. And it's been happening in a few other situations. And I think a lot of the people that testified on her behalf are also exposing themselves they're hiding in regulations, they're hiding in their degrees and professionalism, but they are for sale, and they are prejudiced, and they are they don't have any ethical or professional integrity. And I think that sussed out those rats too. I think that there was more than one rat to suss out here, and that a few people, it's become evident that, they're willing to lie on the stand, or they're willing to overlook their own profession's ethics just to be right. and I mean, they exposed themselves too, but I think that there was a lot of people that needed to be exposed. And it wasn't just Amber Heard that was exposed. I also see it happening in other situations. You know, ways that people are trying to bully other people, dressing it up as, but I'm doing the right thing. No, you're not. We can tell you're doing the wrong thing. We can tell you're absolutely being false right now and being a piece of shit and trying to use it to your advantage and to push yourself forward or to push an agenda. And it's become very transparent, and it's in our faces now. And that's what the astrology has done, is basically bring that to the forefront and shine a light on this reality, this truth of this is a wolf, in your sheep herd, FYI, and it's being discovered now. So on a lot of ways, that's exactly what's happening. We have Pluto sextile Neptune, which is also sextile to the North Node and Mercury. So there is definitely going to be truth to be told and pushing forward and second chances and us recognizing and realizing or being recognized for, dreams coming back to us, right? Getting another chance on our dreams to fulfill our dreams. This is really exciting stuff. So there is a little contention in the sky today between Mercury and the South Node, as well as between the Moon, which is in Libra, and Jupiter and Mars. That won't last long. That contention will not last long. So the moon is in Libra. And how are you guys? I just talked your ear off, not for long though. It's only been 11 minutes. I'm going to get into your reading, I promise. Hi everybody. Thanks for jumping on. Somebody asked early on, can I ask you a question? And I said no, simply because you guys are allowed to ask me things, but I interpret it as this person asking, can I ask you a tarot question? So this reading is not for question and answer. It's not. I do readings on Born Without Boundaries like that, especially with my memberships. But this reading is just a general reading that will answer your questions if you give it time. Just take a listen, chat it up in the chat box, and I'm sure it will answer your questions. But this is not a question and answer session, just so everybody's clear on that. I just wanted to make sure. Today's trial was a victory for survivors of domestic violence. Agreed. I agree. And as a survivor myself, you can't really, it's ineffable. Well, I guess you can describe it in some ways. How I just knew he was telling the truth and that she was the aggressor, because you remember the look, you remember the attitude and the vibe of the person that attacked you. You know how they are and how they feel, how they behave and how they look at you. And that was 100%. She gave me the heebie-jeebies because I saw my attacker in her. 100%. And I saw me in Johnny Depp just sort of like just shrinking and trying to get away from it and trying to distract himself with other things and just getting frustrated. And like, I totally understand that. Like, so if you are a real domestic violence survivor, it's the domestic violence survivors that knew immediately who was lying. They don't want her representing them because they knew from the beginning that she was a wolf, that she was an attacker, that she was a liar. Now if she has had violence in her past and this is trauma, then I hope you're not gonna get help for that by continuing to lie and continuing to fight a lie. Go get help for that. You have a daughter now. Just fucking go get help. Go get help for the way you were mistreated. Like, live with that. Go through that. Like, feel that and let it wreck you so you can heal. But don't continue to fight these fake fights to pretend that you're strong, because this isn't strength. This is just you doing more damage. And I don't know if she'll ever be able to control her pride enough to be able to get there, but I definitely pray that she will, because that's when the true healing happens. All right, guys. All right, let's go. You ready? Yeah. You could see it. She gave me chills because I saw she has like the same eyes as the person who did what they did to me. She had, and I don't mean like the color, and just the intensity and the meanness. You can feel it. You can feel it. It's just there, and you just like, oh, I can't be in her presence, and that's because. Let me tell you something. The truth is easy to see. It's easy to see. So let's get into this reading. We have 8 of Swords. So this is abandonment, being cut off, being disconnected, interrupted in some way, or your brain or your thoughts just fucking with you and getting in your way and isolating you. And then we have 4 of Swords, reflection back, reflect. Right now, this seems like thinking too much, being too much in your head, thinking about pain, thinking about suffering, thinking about basically what is, it's like these thoughts are cutting you off from the rest of the world. It's not a reality. It's you doing it to yourself in what you've thought, what you're thinking. Princess of Wands suggests that, oh, there's a new interest. Oh, there's a new interest. There's something that is new, right? A new passion. It's not full-fledged or full-blown, but it's there. And then we have change. There's a change in finances, right? It's almost like maybe we need a new routine, right? That's kind of what it is. It's like we're too much in our heads and we have to like get more into our bodies. And the Pentacles is like get into the physical world and change shit up a little bit. It will help. And then we have, rebirth. It's like, get back to it again. We've done this before. We can do it again. We just got to jump back up on it. And then we have Queen of Swords here, which is our central energy. That is, use your brain objectively. Don't use your brain to torture yourself, but use your brain to figure stuff out, right? To figure stuff out. Maybe even to look at things in a different way. 10 of Wands is here. 10 of Wands, which is taking too many responsibilities on your back, too much pressure. But it's almost like also the load is almost done. The load is almost over. You don't have to feel this anymore. The Devil is here. No, you've definitely been oppressed by too many responsibilities. It's to keep you down, too many fears, or maybe you've overworked yourself because you're afraid of something else and it's your avoidance tool. Maybe that's what it is. We have the Fool card here, which is in a new direction, going in a new direction. And then we have King of Pentacles is here. There's maybe a new job or a new job offer, a new opportunity, or a new opportunity maybe with a King of Pentacles here. This is somebody who is really solid with money, really good with money, a really great business person. Queen of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. Somebody had a confused look on their face. Like they maybe they have a like a convoluted way of looking at themselves, thinking that they're more than they are, or that there's some confusion here. 6 of Pentacles, there's opportunities. There may just be confusion here about the opportunities, or that you're confused about your opportunities. Things are going to work out for you. The Magician is like, you are making things work for yourself. You are creating these opportunities. I think that you're just like, you're looking in so many directions at the same time. You're missing what's actually fallen into your lap, because this is beautiful energy of you're making things happen. It is happening for you. You're just getting distracted. Let's go. We're going to get more. We're going to start with the Moon cards. A new romantic cycle begins. I almost feel like somebody didn't realize that there was an opportunity right before their eyes. And that goes a lot with the Pisces reading. Check out the Pisces reading, because the Pisces reading can actually, Neptune is actually, of course, Neptune controls Pisces, but Neptune is actually working on us all right now because it's working in conjunction with, nice. Okay. Pisces is way up. Nice. Neptune is working in conjunction with Pluto and with Mercury. They're both in retrograde, which means that we've missed something before that we weren't supposed to miss. And we got to get back there in order to go forward. This is one of those necessary, you have to go back to go forward because you need to pick up that. It's like a video game, right? You need to have that piece to create the key to be able to get through the door, and you missed it. This is like a missed opportunity that is essential. We have to go back. We have to do this. This is essential for us. So we have a new romantic cycle begins. Work through your fears, and it's time to release negativity. This is really powerful because when the new moon and the full moon come out in a reading, for me, a cycle has completed. Like something has been fulfilled. And especially with work through your fears, you're done, you're completed. This is a sense of you're not afraid anymore to own responsibility. You're not afraid anymore to of having to experience a little bit of negative, because you know that the positive is going to outweigh that. This is a sense of just owning yourself, owning those toxins, and especially with Scorpio here, purging the toxins out of your system. Libra is here. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. This is really interesting. Now, romantic cycle, yeah, because the cycle of pain and toxicity is done. Now there's a purity and level-mindedness to us. I told you that we were going to reset. This was all about resetting, rebooting the system so we could purge the crap, get rid of the viruses, and start fresh. And that's pretty much what's happening today. Reset. Getting rid of the toxicity. And I felt that a little bit, that there's like a freshness around now in the air that there hasn't been for a while. Caution is on the table. Caution, there's still stuff to do. You know, it's like yellow light. It doesn't mean you can't proceed. In fact, you will proceed. But you have to proceed with caution. This is not a time to rush in. It could also be talking about the pace that Mercury retrograde sets. You know, it's like, this is not a time to rush. It's not a time to move fast. It's not a time to even spring into action. It's a time to appreciate. Please stay. Enjoy the moment. Appreciate what has been cleared. Appreciate that the path is open in front of you again. You don't have to rush in because there's still shit all over the path. You got to just walk step by step and clean things up as you go. So you're a contributing factor to this pathway being healthy again. But ultimately, there's still stuff to do, is what it's saying. It's like you got the caution is, you know, you're proceeding, but you're not rushing because you still got shit to do. So as we stand today, we still have shit to do. There is still shit to be done. Oh, White Witch, be the light. We're not ready yet. She's come out. Whose reading did she come out in? Spirit Box. Okay. Trust your talents in changing times. Be the light. Where it's in reverse. It's not time for us to be the conquering hero. It's not time for us to just put everything out on the table. It's time for us to feel in our own bodies again. It's time for us to look around and be like, okay, where do I go from here? It's time for us to, what do I have to get done? There is still clearly work to be done. Then we have Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. You have the ability to get through this. This is almost like you're making a change. There's definitely a change that's going to come. You absolutely can do it. What's required of you, you will live up to. Peacemaker, let go of the need to be right. Bottom line. And that's that Libra energy. this is done. The scorpionic energy, I have to be right. I have to have things my way. Come hell or high water, it has to be done. It will be done. It must be done. Control, control, control because of fear. No. Peacemaker, peace is balance. I don't have to be right. I don't have to be right. I'm clearing that out. Not everybody has to fall in line or be ready or agree with me. I'm okay. I'm going to move forward on my path just in faith. That's all I need. I just need to know who the hell I am. I don't need the whole world to be changing with me yet. If your path is clear, they will inevitably follow you. That's just the truth. Let go of the need to be right. This is a powerful card. It's just such a powerful statement. Let go of the need to be right. You can shine in so many other ways. There's just a mildewy smell. And I don't know what it is. Sorry, that was off, but it's bothering me. Once again, there's peace. Peace is coming out in multiple places in this reading. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Keep the peace. Interesting. I'm going to read Capricorn again because something's telling me that I need to. Managing resources for material security is important. This takes a certain investment of time. It might be wise to look at your goals to determine whether they accurately reflect what will bring you happiness. Carefully weigh the cost of what you sacrifice day to day for a future that doesn't exist yet. You are about to make a decision with the best intentions and the best heart, with fully taking on responsibility. You are about to make this decision, and it is the wrong choice. You are about to sacrifice your happiness because you feel like the only way, just like that Capricornian energy, the only way to get what you want is pain, militance, and suffering. That's Saturn's way. God is here to tell you that that is not true. That future is not real. It hasn't happened yet. And it's not an inevitability. There are so many things that will happen between now and then. Do not compromise who you are because of your fears. True wealth isn't found in material treasure, but in moment-to-moment experiences. It arises from your personal well-being and that of your family and friends. Observe the sacredness of now and establish priorities based on the life you may wish to cultivate more deeply with those you love. You might consider a career as an whatever. That's what it is. Fear is on the table. Stop and take a look at what you're about to do because of fear. And if you didn't have that fear, what would you choose? Because that could also be a possibility too. Peace is an option here. Just take a second. You don't need to be right. In fact, I think in this situation, you would be really happy to be really wrong. Because doing this is almost like you're doing it because you feel you have to. You're scared and you're trapped. And you're getting sucked into a system based on your fear. And ultimately, it's like God saying, believe me, something else is planned. Obstacles and challenges are here. This is what's making you afraid. It's almost like somebody saying, "Hey, because the path is not perfect, come on, you have to take this way. You shouldn't take that way." No, the path isn't meant to be perfect. There are obstacles and challenges here. It doesn't say that you're not going to overcome them. I think that this is almost like that false hand, right? That the devil's offer of, "Oh, see, nobody can help you but me." Yes, they can. You can help yourself. There are other ways over this and around this, especially by talking about it and taking a second and stepping back from it. And that's where the retrograde comes in. Step back away from this for a second, because it feels like it's coming at you like a steam train, but honestly, just step back and it'll pass right by you. It's not, this is not something for you to be afraid of. That's interesting. Be playful. Have a playful spirit, have a playful attitude. Take time to play, take time to love, take time to be in love, take time to celebrate life and the simple things and the small pleasures and the sweetness that is. This is like, remember why you love someone. This is Piscean energy. Believe in the beauty of the vibration. I'm going to read you guys this card too, because I want to. Connection. This is a card of connections, of learning how to associate to the world around you. Play is key in this card, for the child learns through touch and interactions. They use their intuition to instinctively understand the world around them. Now is your turn to connect to the waters of life and grow your connections to the world around you. You are not cut off. Connection is the key to success. Isolation is the key to failure. Now is the time to open your heart and say yes to being around people. Today is a good day. Later on over the weekend, not such a great day. There's a grand square or a grand cross in the sky this weekend. It will make us kind of irritable. It won't last long, but it will happen. Right now, though, connect to people. Just feel yourself being with others in whatever way that you can. This is essential because isolation is causing you to be stuck and to be in so much pain. And honestly, there's something new out there for you. New friendships, new beginnings, new way of interacting. Underlying energy. Citrine, unnecessary worries. Wow. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Connect to God. That's what Pisces teaches us. Pisces is all about the God space, the true mysteries of life. Connect to God and just ask for what you need. Just say please, and God is going to give it to you. They'll figure it out. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Be who you are. And then natural beauty and authenticity. This card comes out and I feel like it's not like you don't have to try. You just have to stop trying to not. It's almost like just be you. And you're gonna. This card comes out because today you'll find ways to be able to do that. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. Just about being yourself. Like no hardship, no struggle, no freaking out. No, like don't worry about it. Just be yourself. If it's natural, if it works, trust the process. Keep going, keep moving forward. Are there obstacles and challenges? Yeah, but don't let them shut you down. I feel like you're worried about it's almost like in this reading, it's like you're worried about a failure that hasn't happened yet. You're worried about a horrible thing that is really just your worry. It's not, in other words, there's nothing in stone written by the universe that this is going to happen, that this is actually going to be a problem. There's just nothing. So trust yourself. Trust the situation around you. And if you're really having a problem, pray today. Ooh, mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. Okay. Then we have vision. A positive outcome requires a positive vision. Visualize everyone involved in your present situation surrounded by light and love. Make sure to include yourself also. Your love has the power to influence and transform the current events. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Healing angel. At this very moment, you are being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. Pause and see things unfold. You're not giving up. You're just going slowly. That's an act of faith too. I love you guys so much. Thank you for chilling with me. I'm sorry I haven't been able to be. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Hold on. Nice, Tina. That's awesome, Claire. I'm really glad. Pisces was a very powerful reading this week. How many months? That's a good, well, okay. So I will tell you that Scorpio tells me that it was from the Scorpio new moon, which Scorpio full moon just happened. So it was from the Scorpio new moon to the Scorpio full moon. Scorpio full moon happened in Taurus season. That was our eclipse. So what happened between that time? Something was missed. But I feel like this is Pluto energy that always is scorpionic. So it's more about Dharma. So it could be all the way to your past life. It doesn't have to be just within that period. What it is center on pain and what you're most afraid of. It's something that most is getting you down and will snap you into submission immediately because you're just not even willing to take risks with it. So what is that? Because that is speaking to a larger fear that you've carried with you probably through a lifetime. That's the answer to your question. And Libra new moon, that already happened. No, that'll happen in Libra season. So let it go slow. Let it walk slow because things will even out. Believe me. Thank you so much, Mama Manifest. You rock. I'm so grateful. Hey, Attuned to the Moon. I'm happy to have you back. Thank you so much. Hi, Rajing. You're welcome so much for the Aquarius reading today. I mean, go one step at a time, intuitive tumbleweed. Don't rush yourself, but at the same time, it's like you are moving, you are doing it. Maybe you only do like a quarter of a video in a day, but aren't you still working on it? The universe isn't telling you how fast to move. It's just saying, please keep the momentum. So don't beat yourself up. You're doing what you're comfortable with. You're welcome, Mama Manifests. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Jade. I appreciate it. I appreciate you asking the question because it was a very good question. But I feel like this goes back to the root of us, to our past lives, and we've carried this fear. And let's put it this way. Think about this, Jade, and everybody on. In your life, if you had one word of what constantly gave you problems your whole life, that all your fucking issues revolved around this, what was it? I know the word that comes to my mind. Ultimately, there is something there that you have to face and also let go of. And you don't have to suffer or hurt or feel horrible about it anymore, because you are not who you were in your past life. You can relinquish that burden. You can finish it up. You can get rid of it. And you can say, moving forward, I'm not going to let this scare me, or I'm going to move at the pace that I need to move, because this is my Achilles heel, and I'm going to move as fast as my Achilles heel will allow me to move, which can still be pretty darn fast. And I'm not going to hate myself for it, because that is the metronome the universe gave me. The restrictions in my life were the metronome that the universe gave me. Let me stop trying to dance to other people's beat and let me dance to my own. I'm going to walk to my own beat. I'm going to walk to my own rhythm. This timing was set by God. For once, I'm going to trust it. I love you guys so much. And I will definitely, hey, Miranda, you're welcome. I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. I hope to see you guys on here. Yay, justice for Johnny. Congratulations to Johnny Depp. This is awesome news. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for listening to me blab in the beginning, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.